Since we are using a single component and then we are duplicating the same component like 4 times, we are getting the same data repeatedly again and again. I'm going to show you how you can change that with the help of input decorator, which we have in our Angular. So basically, with the help of input decorator, what we can do is we can still keep the single component and we can change the data inside it dynamically. Let's get back to our code, and from here we need to navigate to our new component.ts, and here we need to add input. Now since we have called the input here, we need to create the decorator over here. So I'm just going to call this as add input with the parentheses. Now we need to create the input which we want to add. I'm going to call this as feature set. Okay, we have added our feature set. Now what we can do is we can get to our app.component.ts here, and from here we are going to create the feature sets. The first one which you want to create is the first feature set, or we'll simply call it as first feature, and I want to add some data to it. I want to add heading, and I want to assign it to feature 1. I'm going to add some detail to the body. That's going to be some feature details for the first feature for demo. Okay, so let's keep it this way, and now what we can do is we can get to our new comp.component.ts over here, and this is where we created our input decorator, right? So after this we'll get to our new comp.component.html over here, and then from here we'll change everything what we need. For example, I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to add an interpolation, and inside this I'm going to call my feature set which I added here. I'm going to set the feature set to dot heading, because that is the heading which I have called over here. Let's get back to this one. I'm just going to copy this, paste it here, and this is going to be the body. Okay, so now this is done. We need to get to our app.component.html here, where our data has been outputted. So here we're going to specify a property binding by specifying a square bracket, and we're going to call our feature set inside this one, and then we can assign it to the first feature. So let's take our first feature, which is over here. Let's copy this and get back to this one and just assign it. Now if you get to your browser, you can see that our first feature is added. We have feature 1, some feature details for the first feature for demo, and all other details are empty. So basically I just need to add some more details now. So let's go to our app.component.ts and just make a duplicates of this. I'm going to create 4 duplicates. I'm going to change this first to second. I'm going to change this one to third. I'm going to change this one to fourth. Now let's change the data of that. I'm going to set this to 2. Let's copy that. I'm going to set this one also to second. Okay, so we're going to change the third. So we'll change this to 3. I'm going to set this one to third. I'm going to set this one to 4. Let's set this one first feature to 4. Now in our app.component.html here, just make a duplicates of this and just copy this, click here and paste it. And now we'll just change the first feature to second feature, the third feature to this one, then the fourth feature to a fourth part. Save this. If I get to the browser, you can see we have feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, and feature 4, and they all have different data.